Hi, congratulations! Now that you have joined Scratch successfully, you're ready to rock and roll. In today's session, we will take a look at different elements of Scratch interface and try to get ourselves familiarized with them so that we are more comfortable while working with them and we can work more effectively with them. So let's get going. The first thing that you need to do is to sign into your Scratch account. Click on the Sign In button and provide your username and password. Since I saved them the last time, these fields come with already populated values. Click on the Sign In button. If successfully signed in, you should be able to see your username up here. The next thing that you need to do is to click on this Create button. Scratch will create project, load all necessary extensions, and make the main interface ready for you. Now this is the main interface, so it's important that we understand what each section is all about. This one right here is a scripts pane. This is the name of the sprite. You can change that name to whatever you like, but before that, let's talk about very briefly what is a sprite. A sprite is simply an object that you program. You write scripts to determine which actions the sprite will take. For instance, if I want the sprite, which is a cat, to say jump or dance, or maybe run a certain distance, I will have to write a script attached to the sprite. Don't worry about this too much for now. We will see all of this in action going forward in much more detail. You can add new sprites from the library. You can create your own sprites by painting them, or you can upload a sprite from an image file. It is always advisable to give meaningful names to your sprites. Let's call this sprite cat, and there you go. You can see that the name has changed under this thumbnail image. Sprites pane contains thumbnail images of all of your sprites. This section on top is called as the stage. This is where you will see the output of your program. This on the right side is the backdrops pane. Similar to sprites, you can add a backdrop from the library, paint your own backdrops, or upload a backdrop from an image file. This one on the left side is the block palette. Your code blocks reside in this palette. You can scroll them all and you can see them in different colors. Or you can click on these categories because they have been arranged in different categories and colors to make it easier. Motion blocks, for instance, are in blue color, and as the name suggests, they are the ones to control the movements of the sprites. Looks block control the overall appearance of the sprites. Every category has a different color and purpose. Let's not worry about the rest of them for now, as we will cover them all in much more detail. This right here is the scripts area. This is where you will be dragging different blocks and stacking on one another to create your script. You can have one or multiple scripts in this area. This will make more sense when we create our first script in the next session. Let's very quickly go through the menu bar. The file menu has options such as new, save now, save as a copy, etc. There's a tutorials button from where you can go to the tutorials. Here you can find different tutorials. You can also filter them by category. If you're going to develop a game, You might be interested in tutorials related to games. There are tutorials available if you are interested in creating a story. This is it for now, and I hope you now understand different elements of Scratch interface. From the next lesson, we'll start creating some exciting stuff. Until then, goodbye, and you all have a good one.